Hello, Christo Ananth channel members, viewers, and subscribers. Very good day to you all. So, in this video, we would review about SCIE journal, which is International Journal of Polymer Science. There is a reason why I am trying to review this journal because one of my friend Rajesh of Triple E department, actually he is known to me through Padma Kumar sir. So he wants to publish in this journal, International Journal of Polymer Science. So that is the reason we are going to genuinely give a review about this particular journal. So in this video, we would discuss whether this particular reputed international journal comes under the Science Citation Index Expanded. Okay, and also what is the acceptance rate of this journal? Because I see nowadays many scholars, many research scholars, many faculty members are trying to publish a research paper in this famous, popular, reputed international journal. So I would rather request you not to skip any portion of the video because we would have an intensive research about this journal and we would understand its scopus as well as SCIE indexing. So let us not waste our time. Let us go straight into the review part. So I'm searching this journal name, International Journal of Polymer Science in the Google. So I'm getting some search results. So this is actually the website, okay, International Journal of Polymer Science. So it comes under Hindawi, okay. So you can find the Sci Imago JR website as well. And of course, you can find, indexing of this particular journal in the master journal list. So it comes under Clarity Analytics. So what we are going to do, we are going to straight away go to the website. So hindawi.com/journals/ijps, International Journal of Polymer Science. So here you can see the recently published articles. So you can find about this journal, you can find the acceptance rate is 36%. Submission to final decision is 81 days. Acceptance to publication is 23 days. So overall, when I observed about this website, it takes 105 days for the entire process to get completed. 105 days means roughly like 3 months, okay, and then some 15 days. So 3.5 months they are taking for the entire process to be done. Okay, so the site score they have given 4.6 and journal citation index 0.470, impact factor 2.973. So you can find the full report as well. Okay, so here you can find all the information about the part and how the process is taking place. For example, they say that 116 total submission, out of which 36 have been published. So you can find over the months how the acceptance rate has been processed. If you can see here, like a blue one, the papers that have been submitted, and green one, the papers that have been published. Also, you can see the total number of days. 13 days they will take for the first decision, and they will take 68 days to arrive for the acceptance, and again 24 days to acceptance to the publication. So totally 13 plus 68 plus 24 is 105 days. You can find that this journal has been indexed in Scopus and of course in the master journal list Clarity Analytics. So you can find the demographics about the journal across different countries, and of course the contents as well. So you can see all the information over here. So let us go straight into the the journal as well. So you can find the journal overview like about the journal publication ethics, abstracting, indexing, and so on. So maybe we'll go for the authors part as well and for the peer review process as well. So when you go to the peer review process, so you can see the peer review process, how it can take place. For example, they will have only 4 things: reject, consider after major changes, consider after minor changes, and then publish unaltered without any changes. So you can find, okay, for what and all the conditions, they say after major changes, after minor changes, everything you can see here. And also you can find in the section like maybe for the authors section. Okay, so how you are going to submit, like maybe for the submission date you should have an account. Okay, so you should propose some reviewers, and even if the reviewers give the positive feedback about the your paper, maybe they supply some comments and you try to rework on the paper, then you submit it. Maybe even if they accept it also, even the senior editor or maybe the chief editor may have the control to maybe reject your paper also. So you should be very clear on your paper quality. You should be more careful with your paper plagiarism, and you make sure that it has not been copied from anywhere else. So the authenticity is very, very important. So you can enjoy a range of services as well with the case of from the corresponding authors from the low economic countries as well. And of course, with the case of language editing and author services also, they are giving the authors a 10% discount on the manuscript preparation and post publication services as well, so that you can go with the rightful. Okay, so this is the tool for the language and editing services. Also, for the case of submission, they are saying like only PDF format or maybe Word format, .doc, .docx, ODT, RTF, or maybe TXT file version. Okay, so maybe for the technical help, you can go with help@hindawi.com. So there have been like terms of submission as well, peer review process as well, and you can go through each one of them. So like if you can see through the concurrent submission, this is the thing you have to go for. If the author already has 3 manuscripts under review in the journal, they should wait, okay, unless you arrive at a decision for one of the papers. Okay, but it does not apply to the editorial board members or maybe other non-peer reviewed manuscript types as well. So article processing charges also will go through, so that we will go through. Okay, so it has to be pre-registered with the studies as well. For example, like clinical trials.gov, social science registry.org. So they have given some links as well. So generally the authors are encouraged to indicate whether the conducted research has been pre-registered in an independent institutional registry as well. So you can make sure that you include your ORCID ID. So in the recent years, we can see ORCID generally finds too many applications in your research paper. So make sure you include your ORCID. Okay, whether you submit your paper or review your paper, try to add them. Okay, so to your profile as well. And article types, we can go for research articles, reviews as well. And formatting, maybe whenever you are going to come up with a paper, you should have a title, full author names. Normally with the case of affiliation, go for full affiliation, don't include a shorter version, and also short forms you don't try to include. Also you try to include academic email ID for all others, and make sure your plagiarism should be less than 10% for the case of SCIE for the Turnitin software. So maybe it's very easy to reduce the plagiarism even, but doing something, but don't degrade the quality of the paper. Okay, also whenever you are going for the abstract, it should not exceed 300 words. It should have an introduction, materials and methods, and some results and discussion as well with a case of conclusion. Maybe you can give credit to the funding organization as well. And don't forget to include the conflicts of interest or maybe competing interests. They say like that one. And also the references should be in one particular format as prescribed by the journal. Okay. So these are the things that you should go with the case of preparation of the article. And whenever you are going to come up with the figures, it should be supplied maybe like Illustrator or maybe EPS, WMF, Freehand, CorelDRAW, PowerPoint, Excel as well. So this is the format that you have to go, or maybe if you're going to go with the bitmap format, Photoshop, TIFF, GIF, JPEG. Normally they will be expecting like 300 dpi resolution. Okay, at least unless the resolution is set to the lower level, so that you should go with this one. Go with the case of proofreading as well, maybe 2 or 3 days of receipt, and make sure you go with the prompt publication. So these are the things that you should keep in mind. And there are also special issues. So maybe they were, many others would be concerned, okay, whether is it okay to submit in the special issues. So as long as this journal is indexed in Scopus or maybe SCIE or maybe Web of Science, it is fine. that it will be definitely included in the database. So you can go with the open special issues as well. Okay, so the in the special issues column you can see the open special issues, the published special issues. You can submit your paper. So the same process follows, just like a regular issue. The special issue also follows. Also the topics will be aligned with the journal title. Okay, so if maybe let us take in the case if they have published a completely different title which is different from the scope of the journal, don't try to submit the paper. So this is the thing I would request you to have a note at it. And also with the case of article processing charge. So with the case of article processing charge, if you can see from ijps, they have given to be, if you can see, for example, I'm searching International Journal of Polymer Science. So normally the ISO number 16879430 and it is given to be 1975. So approximately $2,000 you have to pay in if maybe after you get the acceptance you have to pay these processing charges, and naturally your article will get published. So what we are going to do, we are going to cross check in the Scopus database. So we are going to go with scopus.com. Okay, and what we are going to do, we are going to copy paste this particular journal. Okay, so this one is International Journal of Polymer Science. We are going to copy paste this particular journal here. So scopus.com, in the sources, okay, in the title, enter the title. Okay, just paste here. You will be getting a suggestion. Click on this one. So when you see here, it is International Journal of Polymer Science. Site score is 4.6. Highest percentile is 69%. Citations from 2018 to 2021, 1835. Documents you can see, and you can click on this journal. You can see that it is an open access journal. So you can find the journal name here. So you can confirm here it is International Journal of Polymer Science. So Scopus coverage years from 2009 to 2000 present. And of course the publisher is Hindawi. You can find the ISO number, it is same 16879422, and EISN also has been displayed. So the subject area is material science, polymer and plastics, and you can find the Scopus content coverage. If you can see the Scopus content coverage, you can see only 35 documents so far in right now in August. We are in September. So we can see 35 documents right now in 2022. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to click on this one so as to cross check the website whether we have published in the correct website. So here you can see in the the 35 documents, you can see all these documents. So I'm going to click on the view at publisher. Okay, so we can see design of polymer based trigate. Okay, so we can check whether it is corresponding to this article. Yes, it is corresponding to this particular article. So polymer based trigate. So you can find all the authors and the title of the paper even. So this confirms that this journal is being indexed in the Scopus database. So next what we are going to do, we are going to go with the Web of Science event. So it is mjl.claritative.com. Okay, so what we are going to do, we are going to paste this particular journal, International Journal of Polymer Science, and we are going to search for this journal. So when you search for the journal, you will be getting this search result, International Journal of Polymer Science. So I'm going to go with the view profile page, which requires me to log in. Just logging into ORCID, so I can sign in the Web of Science. So I can find the information about this particular journal in the Web of Science page. Okay, so it is International Journal of Polymer Science. So the general information, journal website, everything, aims and scope, for everything they have visit site. Okay, so maybe you can click on this particular site. So you can find the actual web page. So it is hindawi.com/journal/ijps. So you can confirm that this particular journal has been indexed in the Scopus database as well as in the SCIE. Okay. So also we are going to check in this Sci-Imago JR website as well. So this is SCIE journal. Okay. So this is International Journal of Polymer Science. The country is Egypt. Okay. And the publisher Hindawi Limited. Okay. You can find material science, polymers and plastics, and the content coverage has been displayed. Okay, so they are giving the home page as well. You can also cross check with this one. It is corresponding to the same journal. Okay, also you can find this journal in up to 2021. It is Q2 journal. Okay, so this has been an added advantage as well. Also the best part is that there is no comments with regards to this journal, which means this journal is an authentic journal. You can of course go with the paper submission as well, but don't forget your paper should be of good quality and your Turnitin report should be less than 10%. Also, the paper should be aligned. The process and methods should be aligned with the title of the journal and the topics of your journal. So if you have any queries, clarification, please feel free to type them in the comment section. And one very important thing I wanted to share with you regarding journal publication. For example, faculty members maybe will have an academic pressure from the management to publish Scopus or maybe SCI index journals just for a promotion or maybe for the PhD scholar supervision. For the PhD scholars, they would be in an urgent need to get their PhD done. So in either case, maybe you can write your paper on your own. Okay, for example, you are the author, poster number 1. Okay, you can join maybe author 2, author 3, or author 4 on a complementary basis. For example, you include my name and I include your name in the future papers, so that it's okay. Okay, we can rely on it. Another one thing is that, for example, you are the author, you have written a paper. Okay, so you are done with the paper. So in order to cope up the processing charges, for example, in this case, $2,000, maybe you add author portion 2, author portion 3, and author portion 4. Maybe you get money, okay, maybe in Indian rupees, 50,000 rupees, 40,000 rupees, 30,000 rupees, and you get the paper done. Okay, so maybe that also to some extent, maybe we can rely, because you have completely worked on the paper. It is fine. Okay, so plagiarism part, it's fine. Okay, so you can submit it and all the others would enjoy it. So this also happens in today's scenario. Okay, but the hardest part is that for example, somebody would have got the special issue. Okay, so the special issue person who has got the acceptance of the proposal, maybe he will tell to the agents, okay, you invite some papers. So what the agents do, through some specialist in that particular field, they would be writing the paper. Okay, maybe they will give commission for those who write the paper, and maybe they will say author position 1 is vacant, author position 2 is vacant, author position 3 is vacant, author position 4 is also vacant. In this case, please don't please don't trust these kind of process or maybe procedure, because you cannot rely. It is not your work, of course, but you are paying money, okay, so has to get the paper published. Ultimately, what happens is, maybe in the future case, this happens more time with the special issue. Okay, more time with the special issue. Maybe in the future case, okay, maybe that paper would have got some contents from any original paper, and maybe they would be claiming, okay, you are copying my paper. So if they complain to the journal, immediately this paper will be removed automatically from the website. Okay, so the journal members would be careful enough. They will think, okay, we have to save the reputation of the journal. They will remove the paper from the website. And if this paper is removed from the website, it automatically removes from the Scopus, as maybe in the Publon's profile as well, like maybe Web of Science or maybe SCIA list. So which means your $2,000 is gone. Yes, the processing charges, whatever you are paid, is gone. Also, your paper is removed from the website. You're indexing with the Scopus, you're indexing with the SCIE or maybe Publons or maybe Web of Science. It is being removed, and ultimately, maybe if in the case of the other papers, maybe they are doing the same. Okay, so if more number of papers are present in that particular special issue, so the journal will be facing a problem. Journal will also be removed from the Scopus or maybe SCIE or maybe Web of Science. So my request to you members, like please don't go for purchasing the entire paper. Like if they say 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, all are vacant. Okay, we cannot rely on this one. Okay, so this is the thing you should think about it. Also, through the known circle, please try to send the papers. Okay, so that would have an added advantage to you, and it is the right way to process with the journal. But my humble suggestion is that you write your own paper and you try to submit it, and of course you will get the reward accordingly. Maybe it might be late, but it definitely will be a success for you. Also, another one thing I wanted to share with you is that whatever the paper that you are writing should be aligned with the journal title, should be aligned with the topics that is mentioned in the scope of the journal. Okay, so okay, they are accepting these papers. Okay, we can do something. Okay, so that you don't try to do it. Okay, so that is the point. Okay, so maybe if we are trying to submit some other papers, maybe in the future, okay, maybe the journal is under scanner. Okay, maybe of indexing, or maybe if it is accepting more number of papers, or it is accepting plagiarized paper, means maybe chances that the topics which are aligned with the scope of the journal might still remain in the Scopus or maybe Web of Science database, and all other plagiarized papers or those papers which do not fit into the scope of the journal might be removed from the database. You please be careful at it. And also, if you have any experiences, if you have any queries, clarification, you can please share them in the comment section. I'll make up my mind to reply you as soon as possible to all your queries. And thank you once again for continuously supporting our channel. You have been with me in the ups and downs, and see you then in another interesting video about a Scopus or maybe SCI or maybe Web of Science Index publication. Till then, collaboration is everything.